All right, guys, looks like we're live. Hey, everyone, just want to welcome you to today's Hangout for Direct Selling Success Tips. My name is Apple Daniels. I am super excited to be your host today. We have been off for 2 weeks for those of you who tune in, and I know we didn't give you guys much notice, but both Shalonda and I had some stuff pop up in our business that we really needed to take care of. We have some things that we needed to grow and learn so that we could bring some really exciting information to you guys about how you can continue to build your business online and have success in direct selling. So for those of you who are new, my name is Apple Daniels. I am a mom, a wife. I have 3 kids. I'm from Sacramento, California. Really excited to be here. I got my start in the direct sales network marketing business back in 2006, but really didn't get serious about it until 2010. And since then, I have just been rocking and rolling and on a mission to really help people become successful. When I got started, I was a working mom, and it was one of those things where I really felt like I wanted to work from home. I saw people doing it. I felt like I could do it myself, and so I really set out to not only accomplish that myself, but now the goal is to help you do that as well. So I'm not going to steal Shalonda's thunder. I'm going to let her go ahead and reintroduce herself because I know we have some new viewers coming on. So go ahead, girl, take it away.
Hello, everybody. I am Shalonda Gordon, and I just want to welcome you guys here. We are really excited about the information that we have to kind of reveal to you guys over the next few weeks. So right now, I know you're here today for this webinar, and many of you are here because either I or Apple invited you here because you know that in your business you want to take it to the next level. And you kind of get tired of listening to people and doing what they say and not seeing results. I mean, I know I did, right? And so we found out some key things that we're pretty much just going to share with you. Now let me explain something to you. I want you to make sure you pay close attention, that when you come and hang out with us, you have pen and paper ready. Because the things we're going to tell you, 1, are not what you're expecting, and 2, more than likely not what your sponsor's telling you. All right? Realize this is for any business, anything you're in, anything you desire to build concerning direct selling, network marketing, multi-level marketing. Even some of these tips will work for affiliate marketing. All right? The tips we begin to give you, these laws that we're going to share with you, and yes, they are laws. And if you know anything about law, you know they are not to be broken. Okay? Not to be broken. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've never broken the law. I could, but I'd probably lie. I would be, look, I didn't intentionally do it. Honestly, I didn't even think it was really breaking the law when I did it. And most of the time, my law-breaking activities were speeding. I'm a fast driver, and I tended to speed too much, all right? So the things we're going to share with you are laws. And once you know them, it's your responsibility to make sure that you keep them close and that you never break them. So I told you my name, told you what's getting ready to take place here. So I know right now you're probably ripping and running to get some pen and paper so that you're here ready to go. Right under this video, guys, right under us, you're watching us right now. If you scroll down, there's a comment section. If at any time we say something that puts you in a position where you have a question, please ask us the question. Go ahead and type it down there. Don't be worried about what anybody else is looking at or thinking. The only stupid question is the one that's not asked. Okay? So if at any time you have a question, please feel free to ask us so that we can go ahead and answer that for you. We'll be looking down there every once in a while to see if there are any questions. And that is if you're on the page that we're on right now, this kind of a white page. If you're on YouTube, Apple, do you have YouTube covered to see for questions there? Yeah? Okay, I think she's saying.
I had you muted. Yeah, I'll pull YouTube up really quick.
Okay, so we'll be able to get your questions wherever you're watching us at. Prepare yourself for at least the next, today and then the next 5 weeks that you want to come and join us, because we're going to continue to share information over the next 5 weeks. We're going to give you some topics today. The next 5 weeks we're going to go deeper in so that you guys can really take heed to what we're saying, implement it into your business, and see results. And we want to hear about your results. We want to hear about the success you're having. All right? So do not be stingy with it. Don't be shy. Share, share, and share. All right? Okay, Apple, back to you.
You know you got to warn me, right? Because we have these issues, right? Sometimes what we always say in this business is that, you don't always have to be super technical. Sometimes stuff happens and you mute and you forget that you're muted, and you start talking, and then you realize, like, oh my God, I was muted. No one can hear me. But as Shalonda was saying, we want to talk about some things, some laws that you guys need to follow for success in direct sales. Now, a lot of times people will jump into this industry, they'll jump into a business, and they don't really have a game plan. They don't really have the rules and regulations or the things that they need to do to be successful. And so what we're going to break down for you is 5 non-negotiable laws that you must follow for direct selling success. And then, as Shalonda was saying, over the next 5 weeks, we're going to break down each of those laws. So today's going to be like a high-level overview, right? We're going to kind of go through the laws very briefly. We're going to talk to you a little bit about our experience and some of the things that we've gone through based on these laws and learning these things. And then over the next 5 weeks, we'll break down each one. So the first law that we want to talk about today is focusing on the right things, right? A lot of times you jump into a business and you don't really know what to do. You're not really sure where you should go. There's really no roadmap, no game plan. You might hear from your sponsor, you might hear from somebody, depending on what type of business you're in, that you need to make a list of people, right? You need to make a list of your friends and family that you need to call. They may say, okay, get started marketing. And I'm sorry if you guys see my kids running in the background. I'm a work-at-home mom. Go ahead and wave. Go ahead and wave. They see you. Say hi. Okay. Now go. Sorry about that. So, when you get started in a business, right, they tell you simple things like make a list of friends and family. They tell you simple things like, if you're in an internet business, get a Facebook page, start a Facebook account, start a YouTube account, do these things, but they don't really tell you what you should be focusing on. And the bottom line is, no matter what business you're in, no matter what your actual company and or organization is, the only 2 things that you should be focused on when it comes to building your business is recruiting and selling. That's it. There's nothing else, especially in the beginning, that you should be focused on in your business. You want to focus on recruiting more reps, recruiting a team. If you're in an MLM business, and assuming you are, because this is direct selling success tips. So if you're in a direct selling or an MLM company where it requires you to build a team, or it allows for you to build a team to get leverage, you want to focus on recruiting more members. You want to focus on recruiting quality members, quality team members that are going to support your vision and whose vision you can support so that you guys can build. The other thing that you want to focus on is selling your product. If you're not selling, you're not making any money. Like, you can recruit all day, right? So you're recruiting your team, you're recruiting, but if you're not selling and your team's not selling, then nobody's really making any money, right? No matter what business you're in, you're always selling something. I saw on somebody's status, I don't remember who it is, so please forgive me, on my friends list this morning, they were talking about you are always selling. Like, no matter what, you're even selling to your kids. Like, I have to sell to my kids right now that they need to be quiet, right, while I'm doing this hangout, and this is why. Or you're selling to your kids why they need to eat their vegetables. Or you're selling to, your friends why you guys should do this or do that. You're always in the process of selling something, even if it's not a company, product, or service. So as you relate that to business, in order for you to be successful, you have to sell. And then in order for you to gain leverage so that you're not burning yourself out selling all the time, you have to recruit a team that will also sell and will also recruit. Make sense? Hope so. You have anything to say, Shalonda?
No, not on the first non-negotiable law. That you covered it pretty well. Yeah. And guys, like you said, so you've already written down law number 1, right? So you're writing it down right now. Sponsoring, selling. 2 things you're doing. Focus on the right things. Focus. Okay. Focus. So let me go ahead and go in. Right. Let me go into law number 2.
Law number 2, you guys, is mastering your inner game. What does that mean? You hear that word a lot in direct sales. You hear people say, oh, we have to master this, right? When you master something, that means you've gotten a hold of it, right? That means you are in complete control of that thing. You have that thing down so packed that there is nothing that is going to interfere with that, right? Because you've mastered it. You know it. You have it. It's embedded in you at this point. And so when you're mastering your inner game, that's talking about your beliefs and your attitudes. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your business? What do you believe about, how far you can go? When they talk about, life and death is in the tongue. You first start believing stuff and then you speak it out loud. So you have to believe that this is something that you can do. And your attitude has to be one of positivity. If you're constantly thinking that this is not going to work, this is just another scam, this is just another thing, or if you treat your business as a get rich quick sort of thing, then it's never going to work for you. You have to be focused and constantly in the right frame of mind to gain success. And I know you have something to say about that.
Okay, can you hear me? Because I totally had to unmute.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, there's when it comes to this law, this non-negotiable law right here, number 2, master the elements of your inner game. Honestly, I would say this is one of the most crucial laws that you're going to come across. So I want to make sure that you wrote it. And if you're anything like, I have a daughter, and sometimes, I'm like, I want her to really learn her spelling words. So I told her to write the same thing over and over and over again. I would say take a sheet of paper and act like you got in trouble in school and just rewrite over and over again, master the elements of your inner game. Master the elements of your inner game. Master the elements of your inner game. I was in business. I started my first business at the age of 19, which was 20 years ago. And honestly, I had no idea that my mindset had so much control over the success I had. No clue. And literally did not find that out until probably about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So all that time, I had the drive. I had certain skills that I could use to get me so far. But my mind did not have the capacity to take me where I wanted to go. My mind didn't have the capacity to take me where I wanted to go. So now you find yourself in a situation where you're doing certain things and you see other people doing them, and when they do them, they have success. They're not doing it any differently than you are. They're not doing it any more than you are, any less. But for some reason, when they do the exact same action, they reap a different type of result. And it's the result that, truth be told, you desire. Well, the difference there is the mindset. Their mind has a capacity to take them further than your mind at that moment. And that's for a few reasons. And honestly, when you come back with us, that'll be on week 2. So the week after next, when you're back with us, we're going to go on specifically the specific things you should be doing to grow the capacity of your mind so that your mind is now capable of creating that millionaire that you've always wanted to be, of creating the success that you said you wanted and you desire. See, knowing that you want that success is one thing, but having your mindset and your ability to have your inner game be in tune with the vision, be in tune with the direction you're going, we're going to have to do a little bit of work, just a little bit of work, to expand the capacity of your mind so it can hold the millions. Okay? That's my mind on that one. I'll go ahead and I'll go over number 3. Okay, so what time is it? Okay, because we like to keep this about 45 minutes, right, Apple? But sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, we get in the zone and we might go over, and you'll like it. Okay, so okay, we have our number 3, our third non-negotiable law that you must have for direct selling success, and that is to follow a proven system, okay, to build rapport fast. So you're gonna follow a proven system to build rapport fast. Now, Shalonda, what do you mean by that? What I mean is you've gotten the individuals in, they're coming in, they are, you've sponsored, you're selling, right, your mind is working right. Now it's time to build relationships. Now, being online, I don't know if you dealt with this, Apple, but being online from offline, I was offline for a long time, then came online. For some reason, it seemed like individuals forgot that we still have to build relationships. You still have to consistently build relationships. The rules have not changed just because you're on the internet. Okay, when you're offline and you meet somebody, right, you invite them to a meeting, right, they come to that meeting and then they leave the meeting. The next step is what? To follow up with them, right? You follow up with them, you talk to them, see what they liked about the meeting, right? I always used to ask, so tell me what you liked about what you saw today. I don't know if any of y'all had that script, right? So tell me what you liked about what you saw today.
Because I remember that.
Right. And then they would tell you what they liked about what they saw. And then it was, what questions what questions do you have that once they're answered, you'll be ready to go right now? You know, so then they ask their questions, and either you know the answer or you don't, you move on from there. But there's still that follow-up that takes place. And then even then, if you invite them to a meeting, usually you have to touch a person up to 7 times. And when I say touch, I mean communicate with them, follow up with them, see how they're doing, how they're feeling about certain situations 7 times before they make a buying decision. So, and this is the same situation here. This is with your direct sales business, your network marketing business, your MLM, affiliate, same thing. Okay, but you want to have a system that you can leverage, okay, that will allow you to basically build rapport quickly and swiftly so that you can get a buying decision right away. So you can get to that buying decision right away. Apple, go ahead. I know you have some pointers on that as well.
I do. You know, one of the things that I always find that people do, and I've done this before, especially when I was, you know, first beginning, is that a lot of times we have in our mind what we want to do, right? And so we get into a company, and the company has a system, and clearly that system works because there are people who have followed that system and they have success. But what we want to do is we want to rock the boat, right? We want to fix the wheel. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, we want to fix it, and there's nothing wrong with it. We want to come in and we want to do it our way, and we don't want to listen, and we want to, you know, well, I know a little bit better because I know me, you know, or I know a little bit better because I know what my market wants, right? When clearly this has already worked for hundreds of people before you, right? If not thousands, right? But you want to come in and you want to change something, and then you get upset because it doesn't work, or because you can't really build up that credibility based on your method of doing things. Now, that's not to say that you can't have your own mind. You should always have your own mind. You should always be creative in business. But generally, in order for you to attain success, you want to follow what we always say. I know both Shalonda and I say this a lot, is follow the leader, right? You know, when you were little and you played Simon Says, and you played follow the leader, right? And you played those little games. It's kind of the same thing in your business. You want to follow the leader. You want to follow the path to success. You don't really want to recreate something if you don't have to. Number one, it prevents you, when you recreate those things, it prevents you from really getting to your intended outcome, your goal, much quicker, right? Whereas if you go ahead and you just follow the system, you follow the proven system, you follow the 1, 2, 3 steps, right, of whatever it is that you're doing, not only can you get there much faster, but you can get there with less headache. Right? And then it's duplicatable because you can go to your team now that you've been recruiting, and you can go to those customers that you've been selling to now and saying, I know how you can do this to make it work. I know how this will work for you, and I can show you, and I can prove it to you. And then when you prove it to them, now you've created some rapport. Now you've created, you know, that credibility. Now you've created that trust factor, and they say, okay, you know what? I believe you. I believe Shalonda. I believe Apple, because they've shown me how to do it. They've not only told me, but they've shown me. I tried it and it worked. So you definitely want to follow a proven system. Don't rock the boat. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All that.
Okay, here we go. And also, when you come back, make sure you guys are staying with us for future for the rest of this series, because we're going to tell you specific things that should be in place in your system so that you can call it proven. All right, you want to make sure there's specific things in place, and that will let you know that, okay, my system is on lock now. Okay, go ahead, Apple. You want number 4?
Yeah, so number 4 is really connecting with the core beliefs, right? A lot of times we're talking to people, you know, you're out there, you're recruiting, you're trying to sponsor people, right? And you are having conversations with them, but you're not really understanding why it's not working for you, right? And a lot of times it comes down to you haven't really connected with what they want. On the surface level, that's the baby. On the surface level, it's you stinkers. Okay, go. Sorry about that. It's the 3-year-old. Okay, go in your room. Go in your room. Go in your room. Go in your room.
So cute though.
Right, because we're like work-at-home parents, right? So sometimes that happens. Yeah, this is real life. I think you've seen real time. You haven't seen. Well, you've seen number 2 and number 3. You haven't seen thing 1 yet. But you know, a lot of times we are. We're talking to these people, right, and we're prospecting, and we're having these conversations with them, and on the surface, we believe that everybody is in this for more money, right? If you ask somebody why they're in this, it's generally because they want to earn more money to do XYZ. They want to pay bills. They want to quit their job. They want to, you know, travel, or they want to have, like when I got started, when I got started in the industry, I didn't have kids. So it was about shopping money. It wasn't about, you know, necessarily my kids. Obviously now my why has changed. But then when you start getting to the core, right, the heart of the matter, the real issue, and what is it that you're actually here for, you find out that it becomes much deeper than the money or the surface things that you believe. And a lot of times we're having conversations with people, we don't bother to go that far. We stop at the money, and then we wonder why, you know, they don't join us and they join somebody else, or they joined another company. And it's because whatever that other thing was, it was able to get to their heart, right? It got right to the heart of the issue. It got past here and it got here. And so that's what it's all about when you're connecting with the core desires and the belief. You're getting to, like when you talk about digging for pain, right? I mean, I don't want anybody to feel pain. I don't want to intentionally make anyone hurt, you know, or be in pain, but you have to get to that thing that matters to them the most. And that is the thing that is going to allow you to connect with them and them to connect with you and ultimately join you or buy from you. Shalonda's moving around. You have anything to say?
No, I was supposed to say, I don't want you to feel no pain. Apple,
Yeah, all right.
Apple always be bringing me pain, y'all. She always, look, I'm playing. No, but exactly. I agree with everything you said, actually, completely, because, and I think it's kind of interesting, and I know, you know, you that at the sound of our voices right now, if you can really think back, I don't know about you, Apple, but when I went to my first, second, third, fourth, 20th, 50th meeting, or, you know, my 30th or 75th party, which I threw and I did, I don't recall anybody mentioning my core desires. Do you? Like, no. For some reason, I just don't recall that being even inquired upon me. No, it wasn't at all. So, guys, I want you guys to pay close attention because, like I said before, this is information that, honestly, your sponsor's probably not going to tell you, and it's not because they're keeping things from you. They simply don't know. They simply don't know. It gets stopped at kind of the top of the food chain at the top, and depending on where you're coming in at, who you're coming in under, usually a situation where a friend introduced you, that friend didn't know any more than you knew. They had just been in a week and a half longer than you, right? Or you have a sponsor that, yeah, they're driving the car. Can we say it with a straight face? They're driving the car. They have, you know, all the goodies.
That was a good example. We weren't talking about you, girl. We weren't talking about you.
No. But, you know, so we were. So, you know, but still they're not really telling you these exact things. And it's not because they're keeping it from you. I'm going to be honest. When I had success, I then learned these things, and I was like, oh, that's what it was. It's not that they're keeping it from you. They simply don't realize that is the key. That to the door that had to be unlocked in order to get to the other side to where you want to be. So those core desires are interesting, and I want you to prepare yourself. Even a little assignment, I'm sure Apple will agree with me on this week, guys, because we're going to be back with you in 7 days, and I want you to make sure that you're here and alert and prepared, because we do have a little gift for you today if you take action today, though, to work closer with us. But this week, an assignment for you. Go ahead and get your pen out right now. Write down 5 core desires that you believe you have right now. Notice I said believe you have right now, because I'm going to tell you something. I could pull out my list from 4 years ago of my 5 core desires, and I had to dig even deeper and deeper and deeper. My 5 core desires now are more or less the root to the 5 core things I mentioned 4 or 5 years ago. And I hope that makes sense. It's actually the root to that thing. So what I wanted was really a result of me understanding my true core desire. Okay, so I had to keep kind of digging and digging and digging. So I want for you to take each day this week. Today, take about 10-15 minutes and just jot down 5 of your core desires that you believe are your core desires. Tomorrow, okay, take a sheet of paper. I want you to, you should have 5 or 7 sheets of paper by the end of the week, okay? Don't look at the first sheet. Take a second sheet of paper and write down your 5 core desires again. The next day, do it again, a whole new sheet of paper. Don't even look at the last sheets. You're not going to look at all the sheets until the last day, which will be Tuesday of next week. All right? Then you take all the sheets and look at them and see if it's the exact same thing or see where they're similar, but you'll see yourself going deeper and deeper, because when you start to realize what you desire, your core desire, it starts to kind of expand that capacity we were talking about earlier, and then you'll begin to actually see, oh wait, this right here was a result of this thing. And by Tuesday, you'll really get an idea of what your true core desires are at this moment in your life. Just an assignment for you. If you're going to do that, make sure that you either comment on YouTube, comment on this page. Make sure that you're letting us know, because we want to see your results. We're going to want you to kind of send them to us so we can have an idea of where you started and where it ended up 7 days later. All right? Okay. Apple, I guess we are on to number 5. Was that 4?
Yeah, awesome. We're coming up on number 5, you guys. And number 5 is really commit and pursue this. And what do I mean by that? You know, because I know that we talk about commitment a lot, and it's become somewhat cliche in this industry, and it's kind of become one of those things that we just say and a lot of people don't actually do. But I mean, it means pursuing this relentlessly. It means going after it with such vigor and such desire that, like, you're not going to quit, right? You're not going to stop no matter what. It doesn't matter what your friends and family say. It doesn't matter what you see before you, right? It's having that faith and really going out there and pushing for it. I know that, like, for example, we could take last night, for example. I ended up, like, on an impromptu mastermind at like 10:30 at night. It was random. Like, I was totally like, you know, I have this hangout in the morning, you know, and I've been doing these nights where I'm like working until like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And some days I've been sleeping in because I've been working so late, but I was like, I can't sleep in because I knew that I had to be at this hangout today. And so impromptu 10:30, get this like random mastermind, like somebody posted something on Facebook, and I said, well, what are you talking about? And then they were like, well, I'm on a call with somebody else. And I'm like, well, call me. So they called me. We're on three-way, right? Mapping out a plan. We start masterminding. I hate that term, but that's what it was. We start masterminding and brainstorming and coming up with strategies on, you know, this and that for our team and that and this. And looked up, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Right? And I'm still working, and I'm like, crap, I got to go to bed. But now my second wind kicked in because all these things are going through my mind. I'm like, I can't stop now. I can't sleep on this idea. I got to push through it. And so I pushed through. I ended up going to bed at like probably like 2 o'clock or whatever, you know, and still had to get up and come here and do this. And but the thing was, what I'm after and the goals that I'm trying to attain and the things that I'm trying to do, you know, I mean, right now it's do or die time. You know, you got to be relentless. You got to feel that thing. You got to be like, I'm not going to stop no matter what. I don't care how many sleepless nights I have. I don't care how many late nights, early mornings I have. I'm going to commit to this thing, and I'm going to pursue it relentlessly until I get what I want, right? I'm not going to stop until I get what I want. And that's what it really means. You got to see yourself in the future. You got to say, this is what I want, right? So you set your intentions, and you say, this is what I'm after. And you focus on that thing, and you follow these 5 laws, and you commit to that thing, and you pursue it without stopping until you get it. I don't care who you piss off. You know what I mean? I don't care like who gets mad. I don't care who doesn't understand it. You understand it, and it's in your heart, and so you keep after that thing until you get it. Period. That's it. Right? Shalonda's nodding her head.
I'm like, yes, that's it, that's it.
Yes, girl, yes.
Yeah, there's no even thinking it. And I actually, once you have it clear in your mind what you're doing, it won't even be like you have to force it. You almost have to force yourself to take a nap. I joined. I'm in a sorority. I'm in an actual sorority. Apple's in something. But
oh my God! Really?
I'll play it.
Okay, hold on. You want to do that here?
I'll play. No, I'm playing. So look, let me tell the story. Okay. Let me tell the story. So Apple just joined. Is she like a day old? But I'm
a year old.
I'm getting ready to be 20 years old in my organization. So I remember back in college, I was a sophomore, and we were going through the process of joining our organization. I was going through the process of joining my organization and my sorority, my organization, and it was me and some sisters with me, right? And so all I remember is that sleep was a privilege. That honestly, it kind of went away a little bit. And I remember we used to take these 15-minute power naps, one at a time. So just in case we had to wake up swiftly, you know what I'm saying, because we just had a lot to do. That's all, we just had a lot to do. Just in case we had to wake up, and I was a chemistry major, keep in mind, so I had a lot of studying to do. So we would take 15-minute power naps. And I remember that like it was yesterday. And so every 15 minutes, we'd go about an hour. There was only a few of us, and everybody would get their 15-minute nap, then get woke up real quick. When you are in business, I swear to you guys, when I started this business, really started what was going on, and my vision was clear, I had to literally force myself to take a 15-minute power nap. Like, let me just set the alarm and take a 15-minute power nap, because I'm going to get this project complete, because I see how it's going to bring me success. I know exactly what I have to get done. Let me take a 15-minute power nap and then come back to it. And I went back to my habit of having my 15-minute power naps. You will find that when the vision is clear and you've committed to it, that you will actually have to force yourself to do the thing that most people, because remember, you're not average any longer, right? So you'll have to pretty much force yourself to do the thing that average people do all the time, because you're no longer average now. And people will look at you and be like, are you even human? And you'll kind of be like, well, depends on how you look at it, right? Depends on what your definition of human is, right? Depends on whether I'm human or not today. You know, so as we go through the next 5 weeks, there's going to be some information that we give you. And I know Apple and I have a select group. I believe, what do we have, like 10 spots? 10 spots, I think, available.
Yeah, I had you. Sorry. Yeah, there's only 10 spots available. So
10 spots available for our select. And like she said, the word mastermind is just, but it is what it is, right? 10 spots for those individuals that are ready to actually take these next couple of weeks and few weeks after to work hand in hand. We'll be masterminding. We'll be going through your progress. So, you know, whichever you're in, we'll be going through your progress of what you're doing, what you're completing, and how you're completing it, how we can tweak it here, tweak it there to get the results that you desire in your business. Okay? We're going to work closely with 10 people. Now, time is of the essence, because I already know I've heard from a few people about wanting spots on this in this group because of what Apple and I bring to the table. Honestly, it's pretty much a steal. Like, I have a great relationship with Jesus Christ, and he pretty much talked me into this, because I was kind of like, yo, that's what? You know what I'm saying? You want us to what? But pretty much, guys, it's a steal. What you have to do right now in order to take action, in order to be one of the 10, and if really being serious in your business and being seriously having success in your business is something you really desire, and you're tired of running around in circles, you're tired of realizing you might not know it all because you haven't reached that place yet, well, basically, it's a given. This is where you want to go. Click the button under this video. Okay, go ahead and click the button. What does it say, Apple? Join a team?
It says join our team.
Join our team. Click the button that says join our team. Are we taking you from your business? No. We're going to show you how to grow your business with a few things that you'll need in order to leverage the internet so that you can truly live the dream and not the nightmare. The nightmare is going to me, now this is my personal view, that the nightmare was acting like I'm living a life where I can stay home with my kids and that kind of thing, but really every night I'm out at meetings, not bringing anybody in. I'm on the phone constantly with people who haven't made a decision yet. See, the phone's fine. I have no problem picking up the phone. I have no problem speaking with you. Yet make a decision first. Otherwise, what are we talking about? Right? What are we talking about? Let's make some decisions. Make a small decision. Make a decision. Go ahead and click join our team. Whichever was sent to you, it'll go right to that person. And we will be having 10 spots, guys, 10 spots available. And they are going now. So go ahead and get your spot. And even while we're on here still talking, you can go ahead and take care of it right now. There's no need to wait. Just right now, click that button and go ahead and get your spot, so you know that comfortably you're locked in and you have your position. I mean, that's pretty much the best way to do it. Apple?
No, I mean, you said it all. I did kind of want to break down, though, like, because I know a lot of people are probably saying, well, okay, well, we get this mastermind, what's included? One of the first things that you get when you decide to click the button and join now is that you will get a personal call from either Shalonda or myself. where this will be your initial coaching call. We'll talk to you. We'll talk about your business. We'll find out what your desires are. What are your challenges? What are your beliefs? What is it that you want to do in terms of being successful in direct selling? And we'll map out a plan for you. This isn't a one-size-fit-all thing, because you're not a one-size-fits-all business owner, right? And your desires and your beliefs and your goals and where you are in your business isn't going to be like the next person. So this isn't a cookie cutter program. This is an actual mastermind where we are working together with you in your business. And it's not going to be like the next person. But again, like Shalonda said, it starts with you making a decision to click the button right now. You have to click it now, and you have to decide whether or not you want to be successful. And I know you do, because you're watching this, right? So there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be clicking that button and taking advantage of the opportunity that's before you. So get your coaching program, right? They have the saying, like, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? Well, if you're that student that's ready, you're going to show us that by clicking the button and allow us to help you grow in your business the way we've grown in ours. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Shalonda, I'm not sure if you want to take over from here, but I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good too. So we will see you. I know we'll have a few that we've already talked to that we'll be calling today, and go ahead and get that coaching right out the way. You know, that is you as well, as soon as you click that button and go ahead and make that decision. Guys, we'll see you next week. Stay tuned to your emails. Stay tuned and be looking around so that you're in a position to get on next week's Hangout, so that you can really see the results of what's going to happen as you take each week. So next week we'll be talking more about focusing on the right thing, right? And next week we're going to talk specifically about sponsoring and selling. And I know a lot of you are like, yes, please give it to me, because those are the main things we really want to know. That gets you in a place of making some income. Profit. That's what we're here for, profit. Unless your business is a hobby. We'll see you next week. Same time, same bat channel.
Bye.
Bye.